Chicago Cubs. KAABA, Kabbalah, Death Ball. Islamic/Muslim/Jewish/Christian Egyptian sun god worship symbolism in the New World doesn't end here, however. The island of Cuba, if pronounced as KAABA, is the very same name as the Kaaba stone in the Islamic Mosque of Mecca. Cuba is also known for its incredible baseball players, in spite of its small size. Taking into consideration the name Cuba equals Kaaba, the sound of this word is almost identical to Kabul, which in turn is the term given to the Kabbalah, or the Tree of Life. The Kabbalah is the ability to manipulate matter, one molecule at a time, and for centuries, has been referred to as magic. KAABA equals Kabbalah equals Ka-life, death force, Bala sacrifice of Allah, La, in reality, and symbolically, Cuba derives its name from the Kabbalah, the mysteries associated with the world's secret societies. Secret equals sacred equals sex, reaching back to ancient Babylon. Read this next paragraph very slowly and carefully. Reread it many times. This is the mystery, what actually occurs within the Kabbalah secret space, where matter can be manipulated one molecule at a time, is that the subatomic particles have spin. When the particles are separated and removed to any distance from one another, even light years apart, distance has no effect. Those particles that were once associated at close range will keep spinning in the same direction. Interestingly, when the spin is changed on one separated subatomic particle, the other separated particles will now change their spin in agreement. This is why, in voodoo, spiritism, religious miracles, satanic rituals, black magic, corporate advertising, etc., whatever is chosen to be manipulated, some particle relating to that chosen subject must be obtained or created. Understanding that subatomic particles are originally created through the thought process conjured up by the Luciferian egregore group of thinkers, then creating an intense focus upon a chosen subject, or a chosen thought, with a like-minded group, an egregore, can direct and change the spin of the particles at any distance. This is performed endlessly in politics, religion, intellectual institutions and the media. This Kabbalism secret is then transferred to the game of baseball, with the shape of the ball diamond to agree with 1/4 of the atom symbol, as demonstrated on this site, and with certain dimensions, rules, and symbols introduced, the game becomes a satanic, knowledge or enlightenment, ritual, that can change the spin of whatever is suggested, either subliminally or consciously as the game is played out. Interestingly, the game of baseball is played for 9 innings, or 9 eyes, yet again, or in eyes, or simply eyes, and is the number of the fall. Baseball can extend to extra innings in the event of a tie, and can go on indefinitely. In relation to the Luciferian agenda, the duality game of baseball, which is the 3D experience, will continue on indefinitely, keeping humanity locked in a state of emotional hysteria and thereby controlling the paradise state. The name Cuba refers to the cub, the little bear or the little dipper, or Ursa Minor. This is the KAABA, or killing sacrifice. The little dipper, if you recall, pours into the big dipper in the sky, and this relates to Alaska pouring into California. The name has been picked up and used by the Chicago Cubs in Illinois, with their blue and red circular logo, relating to the all-seeing eye, or the enlightenment, of the KAABA, the CUBA. The Chicago Cubs are also often called the boys in blue, noting the team's primary uniform color, which itself is often referred to as Cubby Blue, or simply as the Cubbies. The franchise is infamous for its 100-year title drought, no water 1908 to 2008, the longest of any major North American professional sports teams. This has created an intense desire to end the drought, and this can only be achieved with a lot of water. Subconsciously, the suggestions are all in place. Consciously, it doesn't make a stitch of sense, but from a sinister hypnotic misdirection perspective, and with the understanding of how subatomic particles can be manipulated by intense thought focus, it becomes so very obvious what is transpiring. Yet again, we have the Little Dipper, the little bear cub, pouring from the Chicago Cubs, or Chicago Cubs, another KKK, situated on Lake Michigan, Archangel Michael, down into the 11 Midwestern states and the earthquake hotspot at Cairo, Illinois, also known as Little Egypt. The Cubs logo forms the all-seeing eye circle, and captures the colors of water with blue, and fire with red. The letters form C equals C and UBS equals sub, or under the sea, or submarine, which is hidden in the words Rose Bush and the Bush family, and how the sea will rise over the USA and beyond during their place in the Luciferian agenda. This 100-year drought is achieved in the very same year that Barack Obama, from Illinois, is elected to be the High Priest of the USA. As demonstrated previously, the name Barack Obama relates to the lightning of Muhammad's magic horse, Al-Barak, Barak means lightning, which in turn refers to the name of Muhammad, and the moo/cow/milk symbolism relating to the Great Flood. So, the thought association between the Cubs, the Bears, the KAABA, CUBA, the drought, 100 years, water, etc. and all the symbology associated with the game of baseball, BALL, or sub-BALL, assists in generating a new spin on the subatomic particles that were once associated with these notions, no matter how far apart they may be from the location of the original thought forms. Baseball equals busball equals submarine BA sacrifice of Allah or relay. The curse of the Billy Goat is a sports-related curse that was placed on the Chicago Cubs in 1945 when Billy Goat Tavern owner Billy Sines was asked to leave a World Series game against the Detroit Tigers at the Cubs' home ballpark of Wrigley Field because his pet goat Soda was bothering other fans. He was outraged and declared, "Them Cubs, they ain't gonna win no more," which has been interpreted to mean that there would never be another World Series game won at Wrigley Field. The Cubs have not won a World Series since 1908, or appeared in one since 1945. In another bizarre twist, it was reported that a butchered goat was hung from the Harry Carey statue on October 3, 2007, to which the Chicago Sun-Times noted, if the prankster intended to reverse the supposed Billy Goat curse with the stunt, it doesn't appear to have worked. 9. While the Cubs did win the NL Central Division title in 2007 and 2008, they were swept in the first round of the postseason in both years, by the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2007 and the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2008. The elimination by Arizona came on October 6, the same date that the GOAT appeared at Wrigley Field in 1945. Also worthy of mention, this image was shown on television during a game between the Chicago Cubs and Milwaukee Brewers on June 26, 2013. This image was flashed and left on the screen long enough for thousands of people to see it. The announcers even made mention of it, stating that they didn't know what it meant but the baseball gods must know what it means. Looks like they are brewing something up all right.